Alright, here's just a little video showing my little garden area for the last summer onwards. It kind of started in the spring, but I added a lot throughout the summer. And as you can see, most of them are just pepper plants. The reason I did this video is it's getting kind of cold, but it's still actually very warm for this time of the year in October. Almost the end of October, it's still warm enough for peppers, which is kind of crazy because peppers are notoriously a hot temperature plant. And this one right here is a Bulgarian carrot pepper, which are very orange when they ripen, so that's why they're called the orange one. And then here's just a little tour of some more peppers. You can see they're kind of getting a little sad out in the cold, but still warm barely enough to keep them growing and producing. And this one is just like a little cherry pepper. It's not too spicy, but has a little bit of a kick. As you'll see, I'm about to take a little chomp. There it is. It's my chomp. Very choppy. And yeah, most of these peppers are green. I could wait for them to turn red, but I just wanted to get them out before it got too cold. And then they would kind of freeze and get kind of gross, so I wasn't wanting that too much. And then yep, here's some more peppers. Obviously, you can see most of the containers vary a lot. There's a lot of terracotta pots, a lot of Home Depot buckets. This is a raspberry that got really destroyed in the wind a couple months ago, but it's coming back. I'm not sure if it'll produce any raspberries before it gets too cold. This is a gooseberry. It only produced one gooseberry, which is kind of sad. This is just like a little bunch of strawberries that was producing throughout the season, but it kind of slowed down. And then these are just some cinder blocks I found in some weird little parking area. So you gotta be resourceful of what you want to plant in, because you'll save a lot of money. And here's just some more, kind of in the shade. They did okay. Here's a big broccoli. It didn't really make too many heads. Here's a tomato I cloned. And here's some more peppers in those pots. Here's a basil that looks really sad and cold and dead. But yeah, I have one inside, so it's okay. Here's a tobacco plant. I've harvested a lot of tobacco, but I just haven't really done anything with it. That's what the flowers look like. Little heads right there. And then here's just some more peppers, and this big toad I got at Walmart for like $3. And then here's just another area on the side, and that's just a big flower. And then in here were some soybeans. I don't know what happened. Either a deer ate them, a rodent, maybe the yard guy chopped them down, who knows, but that kind of was unfortunate because they were producing soybeans. And then over here, I just made a little tiny raised bed out of these extra shelving I had, and I just got some nails, made a square, and I put some compost that I've made into it. And here's just some Buttercrisp lettuce. It tastes a lot better when it's cold because it's got a nice crispiness now. It's very tasty, and it produces like crazy. So I can just harvest tons of this stuff. And then there's a tomato in it that just sprouted from the compost. And then there in the back are some cucumbers. I don't think they'll produce by the time it gets too cold, but I just wanted to see if they could. Then all this used to be squash. There's one squash. I've got about 4 this year, but they're starting to really die off. So, and here's what I think was a pumpkin. I grew a pumpkin. I'm not sure if it's a pumpkin or squash, but it's just sitting here now, just chilling out. Yeah, there's just a lot of mold damage, powdery mildew, and just it wasn't very good. And here's just a raspberry I put. Hopefully it spreads. That's my plan, but it really is just staying in at one place, which kind of sucks, but whatever. Then I had a lot of corn, but a big windstorm killed all of it, so now I just threw it on the ground for some compost. Then here's some broccoli I planted just a while ago. I didn't think it survived, but it's still alive. Here's a toad tub for the toads. They don't really like it. I've never seen any toads in it, but we can try. And then this is just an overview of the whole kind of little back space. Not too much space, but I get a lot of stuff out of it. And then here's just some tomatoes. They produce like crazy just out of these little buckets. I've got about 2 big ones and some little ones I've cloned. so I get quite a lot of tomatoes and look kind of sad, probably from the cold. That's another clone. And here are just more cinder blocks. I put some little stuff in. They produce pretty well. And there's some bamboo in there. Just gonna leave it for the winter, see if it is okay. That's what broccoli used to be in. I ripped it out because it was getting really gross and polluted with mites and stuff. And here's just more peppers. There's Bob Ross. And now I will go inside and show you kind of the indoor section for the winter. Okay, it's just on this kind of triggered light in my basement area, and I've just got some wood planks and some grow lights. And then that's just some pepper, basil. These are like the very spicy ones. So that's the ones I kind of wanted to keep. That's a Thai chili bird's eye. And that's the Bulgarian carrot that I just barely brought inside because it is getting pretty cold, so I thought I might as well bring it inside. And I just chopped off a lot of stuff so it would kind of go in a semi-dormant mode. And here's just some water with some hydroponic nutrients I use to keep them very healthy and strong. And here's just the kind of produce from today. There's a really orange one. That's all Bulgarian. And then I try to open this. This is probably one of the biggest harvests I got this year, but I've been consistently getting a lot, so you can see it's quite a hefty amount just from one go around. Just all that small space produces quite a bit. And then here's just a little super spicy pepper. And yeah, that's it.